So China has refused to sell rare earth metals to the United States. And if you want to go and check out the stock prices on antimony, it's dropped 20%. The market has completely in free fall. And the reason that it's being is that China plays the long game. You see, China is over 5,000 years old. They have lived and created civilizations. Not like the United States that's been around for 250 years from a bunch of fucking pirates that came to the country and stole all that land. No, no. See, China never invaded anyone. They didn't have to because they were a civilization. They were trying to build their own civilization. And this is where my talk will go this morning. You see, when the United States bombed all these countries, 1,000 different bases throughout the world, all of those took a stockpile of arms, right? They had to build munitions, they had to build bases, they had to build all these things. And one of the things that they needed was these rare earth metals, such as magnets, such as all the other things that are made with military hardware. But here's where my point is that China waited for the United States to supply Israel with all of its munitions. And in 12 days, Israel ran out of weapons when the war between Iran and Israel was going on. That 12-day war where Iran handed Israel its ass. And what they did was they also depleted all of the munitions that they had. The Americans were so out of munitions that they looked to overthrow the government of Korea so that they would build more bullets for them. Because going from Ukraine to Israel and bombing all the regions, they ran out of weapons. They ran out of missiles. They ran out of jets. They ran out of the things that were feeding the military machine. And I really want people to understand that China was playing the long game, and nobody understands this. And I really want to explain this to you, is that once they knew that the Americans needed rare earth metals, that's when China said, we're not shipping them out anymore. China produces, right, refines 90% of the world's rare earth metals. So people extract them from the earth, they send them to China. China refines them and sends it back. But China's not doing that anymore. So tell me, when you want to go to war with China, what munitions are you going to use, right? Where is your guidance system if you don't have magnets, gyroscopes, electronics, copper, silicone? You understand that China is checkmate to the United States. And if you don't think that it's the end of an empire, I want you to be really, really aware that you're living in a part of history that is allowing you to watch the end of an empire. Yeah, that's like watching Rome burn. It's like watching Alexander the Great show up in Persia. This is a moment in history where you are going to read about in history books when China, without firing a shot, without killing a soul, without overthrowing a government, without any haste, with one move, they changed the course of history. And I want you to really pay attention. Rare earth metals aren't very rare. But the fact of the matter is, when you can't get them, you're fucked. There you have it.